Yo, what is going on everyone? GuidingLight here, and in this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can farm Iridium in Borderlands 3. So Iridium is going to be used for a ton of different things in this game. You can use it to gamble in the slot machines to try and get better gear. You can actually use it down here in the shop at a vending machine to unlock really crazy weapons, and you can even use it to unlock cosmetic items for all of the different characters in the game. So overall, you're going to need a ton of different Iridium. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of tips and tricks that's going to allow you guys to start stacking up Iridium on your very first playthrough. So as you guys are doing main missions, there's just a couple things that you can do and a few tips that I can give you guys that's going to boost the amount of Iridium you get every single mission, and as you just finish out the very first time you play out the campaign. After you finish out the campaign, we'll also talk about how you can farm some Iridium. But as you guys can see, these are all the cosmetic items just on one of the characters, so that you're going to have to buy them on multiple characters as well. And then the vending machine is going to offer you guys some really specialized weapons that you can't really get anywhere else. So the first tip that I have for you guys is something that you can do as you're going through all the missions that you're doing right now, and also just on your very first playthrough. So in every single area that you go to on the map, there are specialized challenges that you can complete in each and every area. As you complete these challenges, they are going to reward you with Iridium. So there's missions that you can do to hunt certain enemies down, and there's also missions you can do for 0, and these are going to reward you with Iridium as you complete them. Now there's also just the standard challenges that you can complete for getting kills with each and every weapon, for eliminating certain enemies on certain planets, and just a whole bunch of other things. As you scroll through this list, as you guys can see, there's literally a challenge just for almost every single thing in the game. There's challenge for getting second win kills with assault rifles, pistols, so you really have to go in here and look at all the challenges you guys have already done without realizing it, and notice exactly what you still have to do. So the challenges start out at rank 1, and they start just rewarding 1 or 2 Iridium at a time, but as you get up into the higher levels, they do start to reward more Iridium, and some of those hunt missions can reward up to 15 Iridium at a time and are extremely easy to complete, and there's multiple locations on each and every planet. Now you guys can do these missions whenever you want, and they're still going to reward the same amount of Iridium. This is how I managed to stack up a good majority of my Iridium on my first playthrough. I've already bought a bunch of cosmetics, and I've already bought a bunch of things from the vending machine in the shop. So after my first playthrough, I had over about 2,500, 3,000 Iridium, and it was all just from completing most of these challenges and killing certain boss monsters along the way. So each and every planet and each and every destination has its own set of challenges that you guys can complete. It's a lot easier to get them done if you have friends on your team, but I've been playing solo this entire time, and I've still managed to get a good majority of the challenges done. I'm just trying to give you guys some tips to speed you up along the way. So keep in mind, you can use the matchmaking feature, and this will definitely help you guys out quite a bit. So just keep up to date with your challenges as you complete them. Swap out the weapons that you need to, so that you can continue to earn Iridium for completing challenges. And then when you're ready, you can go and do these assault missions, which reward 15 Iridium. So my favorite Iridium farm that you can do is right here on the planet of Necro. You do want to load into Desolation's Edge, and I have found a boss that spawns right next to the spawn location that you can continue doing over and over again as many times as you like. So immediately once you get into this location, I'll show you just how fast it is to get over to the boss. All you really need to do is spawn a vehicle, which can be found right outside of the spawn location. Now once you kill the boss, you can go back to the main menu and load back in, and it will bring you right back to your vehicle spawn, where you can go and eliminate the boss again. So you'll spawn in right here. If you guys have not found this location yet, here's where you're going to find it on the map. It's just tucked away in this corner. It's really not that hard to find. Now you do want to try to head to a vehicle just to speed this up even more, so you can spawn one just outside of this area. So just spawn the fastest vehicle that you guys have and immediately go to the right. With only like 1 or 2 tanks of boost, you'll find yourself at the boss's entrance, and the boss really only takes a few seconds to kill if you have the right loadouts on. So just make sure that you can counter his shield and make sure that you're hitting the critical spots, and you'll literally kill this boss in no time. So I am playing on Mayhem mode 1 right now. I'm going to go back in on Mayhem mode 3 and show you guys just how easy it is to kill this boss, and I'll show you guys just how easy it is to actually do it over and over again, so you can get tons of XP along the way as well. So even though you have already completed the mission, you can come back in Mayhem mode 2 and 3, kill the boss really quickly, as you guys can see there, and get tons of XP for doing so. Now, as I kill the boss, I got 15 Iridium for completing this mission. So it's extremely easy to do, and it takes almost no time at all. There's locations like this scattered all around the map, and all of the bosses are just as easy as the one you saw there. So just go in with a bunch of explosives. Make sure to refill up on your grenades and your most powerful ammo before heading into the room, so it takes almost no time at all to complete it. Then all you need to do is just quit out of the game. You can fast travel back if you want so that you guys can hit the vending machines. But if you quit out of the game first without fast traveling, it will spawn you even closer to the vehicle spawner so that you guys can go right back there in like almost only 15 to 20 seconds. So it's up to you. If you need ammo, I'd go back to Sanctuary, stock up on ammo, then back out. But if you can get a few runs in before you need ammo anyways. So just keep that in mind and just back out right away so you can go right back to this location. Now, another thing to keep in mind, guys, is as you're patrolling around the Borderlands map, you are going to find these crystals. Now, if you're just starting out in Borderlands and you haven't hit like level 20 yet, you won't be able to actually break open these crystals. These crystals require a special gauntlet that you will unlock after completing a bit of the story, because I do not want to spoil too much of anything that you guys may not have seen yet. But once you guys do unlock this gauntlet, you'll easily be able to crack open these crystals. They're scattered all over the map, and you can easily break them open. So just be on the lookout for those, and remember that you can easily crack them open. Now keep in mind as well that there's also sometimes a chest that you'll stumble across, and the chest is going to have purple crystals actually covering it. You may have thought that these chests were unable to be opened, but after you have this gauntlet, you can break the iridium off of the top of the chest, and you can also loot it as well. So it's like double loot once you finally have that gauntlet. Now, if you guys don't have that mission unlocked yet, you can actually go to Athenas. This run will also allow you guys to get a bunch of challenges completed yet. So if you guys haven't completed the storyline yet, I kind of suggest using this method. Each and every time that you respawn or restart the farm, these crystals will respawn as well. So you're not only are you able to get the iridium from the boss, but you can also get the crystals along the way. So here's where you're going to find that mission. It's on the planet of Athenas. You just need to bring up your world map, head over to that planet. Now, if you guys have not free roamed through this location yet, you might not know where this mission is located. So right here on the map, you will find it tucked away in this corner. We're going to be heading through a run, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to complete this run, and also exactly how much iridium I get just from running through it. Now, you can choose to kill the enemies on the way there if you want. Maybe you want to complete some more challenges. Maybe you guys want to get XP. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go straight to the boss to show you guys how fast this route actually is. It's not as fast as that other one, obviously, but like I said, this is for like the beginning people that maybe haven't finished the storyline yet, and that way you can immediately start farming without having to have all those planets unlocked. So we're going to run past most of the enemies here, but you can see as I get a little bit further towards the boss that there are iridium crystals that spawn along the way. There's iridium that spawns on top of some of the chests, so you can break these open each run that you go through, and then on top of that we have the boss as well. You want to go in on Mayhem Mode 1 or just with no Mayhem Mode at all, a little bit more difficult. I don't really suggest going into Mayhem Mode if you guys are trying to get challenges completed, because it's only going to make the enemies harder, which is then going to make the enemies harder to kill. So it's all up to you guys really, but if you want to get those challenges completed, which grants the most of the iridium, then you don't want to make the enemies even tougher to kill. Now, because I've already beat the campaign and I'm just trying to max out my character's level, and I also have this build that makes just about any Mayhem Mode not really all that difficult, I decided to go in at Mayhem Mode 3. Now, if you go in at Mayhem Mode 1 or even just on normal mode with no Mayhem activated at all, this boss will probably only take like 20 seconds to kill, especially if you have a team. But if you play on a higher Mayhem Mode, because you've already beat the campaign, you are getting a chance at getting way better weapons and loot, which you will see after I kill this boss, because it actually immediately grants me a legendary. And when you're playing on these higher Mayhem levels and you kill these higher level boss monsters, it's very common to see that you get tons and tons of legendaries all the time. So although it may be a little bit more difficult to play in these higher Mayhem levels, it can get frustrating and you honestly might die quite a bit. It definitely pays off, and if you have friends or if you just go into matchmaking, it makes things a lot easier, because you do need to keep in mind I'm doing all of this as a solo player, and it's still not really all that difficult to do. So if you're in a full team, this will definitely go much, much faster. So once I kill this boss, you'll see that I am rewarded with Iridium, and after I came in here, the mission was white, so I've already done this before, but as you guys can see, it dropped a legendary for me, and then all you really need to do is just back out of your game and come back to this area, and remember on the way, all of those stones are going to spawn, so you can immediately farm them again. So hopefully this video helps you guys out to farm tons of Iridium. Like I said, guys, depending on the Mayhem level, depends on the loot. So as you guys can see, I've gotten tons of money from this as well. I've got weapons that are dropping worth up to 15,000. So if you have a build that can go into Mayhem Mode 3, I suggest just playing on Mayhem 3. But if you haven't finished the campaign yet, or maybe you guys don't have a great build just yet, just stick to the normal game modes and just keep farming these bosses up just to get that Iridium. And that's pretty much all you guys need to do. So hope this video helps you guys out. Be sure to subscribe if you guys need help with any more future Borderlands videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one.